All right, all right. Welcome, welcome. Hold on. There we go. All right, so. What do you think of the costume, huh? How you doing, everybody? I don't know what I am tonight. A mixture of a Kate, Dracula. If I take off this mask, I look like Nacho Libre with that black thing I'm wearing. Underneath it, to hide. It's ridiculous. So how's everybody doing? Welcome to the show tonight. I am Mr. Poseidon, and happy Halloween to everybody. Glad to see everybody on. Let's switch over to my wife. I can't see anything. Honey, no, that's Ellie. Let's say hi to Ellie for a minute. Hi, Elle. How are you?
Hi.
I love your costume, Elle. Hey, before we stick on you, Elle, I'm going to get right back to you. Where's my wifey? Where's my wife? There she is. Hey, honey. Say hello to everybody. You're on camera.
I have my usual wardrobe
my wife, the witch. I love calling her a witch on Happy Halloween. I love it. A freaking witch is what she is. That's what she is. Anyway, so welcome everybody to the show tonight. Obviously, you guys know we have a live studio guest tonight, and that's Elle from Heaven and Elle Outdoors. So, what's been going on? I'll tell you what's been going on. I'm still wringing my head over Montauk last week. I'm still relaxing. I'm still taking it easy, right, honey? But I'm going fishing this week.
Yeah.
Tuesday's my Friday, guys, so I go fishing. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are my days to go fishing. Nobody's fishing on the beach. How many skeletons are you going to go see fishing on? Nobody. Nobody's on the beach.
That's what Joe Albanese was saying. He's out in Montauk, and he said nobody's fishing from the boat, nobody's fishing from the surf, nothing.
It's so rough. Hey,
is
we'll
my mic on?
Yeah, I can hear you just right, honey.
Okay, cool.
I can hear you just right. So, what's been going on, honey? How have you been doing this week?
Wonderful. Still recovering from
the trip,
Montauk.
Right.
Wait,
so, I want to let everybody know that thanks for all the comments, the nice things you said about Montauk. I'm going to make next year better, guaranteed. When Mr. Poseidon says something's going to be better, something is going to be better. Hey, honey, my reading glasses are in the room next door, and I got to say hello to some people over here. Nacho! Joe Pinto! What's up, my brother?
Yeah, exactly, Nacho.
No, Cat, what's going on, my brother? Hey, if you guys don't know, at the end of the show tonight, we're going to be giving away this gorgeous Let me show you the real view. Hey, hold on a second. Let's get this up close. All right, so there we go. So we got this NorCal cat, demon daughter, 6.25 inches, 2.45 ounces. It's a, oh, thank you, honey. I can't see, man. Oh, I'm back. I can see. Bruce Bain, the man took it, Surf Rat. How you doing, buddy? Midnight Tight tonight. You know you're catching fish tonight. Carl Newman, Bronx Surfcaster. How you doing? Good to see you. Mr. P putting in the work and most of New York City hating on him. What are you going to do? This is life. Oh. Montauk 80. What's the new Mr. and Mrs. P? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you on the show. Wormway, what's going on? RJQ Wood. I'm on the beach.
Hey, RJ.
What's going on, buddy? Are you catching any fish? Job, Denise. How are you, my man? So good to see you again. Edwin Rivera, the wise man, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Grandpappy, you're always here. My brother, Grandpappy, I'll never forget the night we saw you in Montauk when you came with your buddy. It was a good chat we had that night. Awesome times. Alski, how you doing up at the canal? Alski, my man, I know you guys are still banging him out there. I'm still seeing those pictures. My big, feel better, Matt. Oh, my goodness, the poor guy. He had an accident at work. He dislocated his shoulder. He's going to be finding out tomorrow if he's got any muscle tears. Let's hope not. Guy's in a sling right now. Matt, I hope you get better.
Matt, night shift fishing,
Yeah,
right?
night shift fishing, of course. So, Matt, I hope you feel a lot better. And I look like a retard with these reading glasses on the skeleton head. But anyway, Surfcaster Chris, what's going on? Woo! Carol Bove, there she is. Carol, good to see you on the show again, darling. Rick Hernandez, how are you, Rick?
Huh.
When I see this, I always think of Rick. He got it for me. That's why I always think of him. Anyway, Mike Patrick, how you doing, buddy?
Mike Parrick.
Mike
Hey,
Parrick.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. How's Will doing? Willie.
Carl.
Willis, right? Who else we got out there? Mario Gandini, good to see you. How are you, my buck-making tail friend? Yeah, boy, I love this. Kevin. All right, let's get started with the show. You guys know who's on tonight. She actually drove here tonight. It's her first in-studio time. Yeah, she's been here ever, so let's say hello to my friend, our friend, everybody's friend, the woman angler.
Lady angler.
Lady angler. Honey, you introduce her. I like when you introduce her.
Elle, also known as Heaven and Elle on YouTube and on Instagram. Here she is, the most beautiful Freddy Krueger ever. There she is, Elle. Woo! Look at her costume.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the screen. Woo! All right, that's enough of that. How you doing now? How's everything, darling?
I'm great. This is awesome.
You love it, right? Well, I got to tell you what else is awesome, your costume.
Oh, thank you.
And like I told you guys, you see Elle right now, she's got the full getup on, but when she got here, all she had on was her makeup and that thing on her face that Freddy Krueger had, you know? Yeah. So I told her, how many people looked at you tonight while you were driving and said, oh my God, that poor girl.
Yeah.
She didn't have the getup on. She just had the face thing, and, you know, you feel sorry. Anybody offer you any money or anything on the way here?
Why would they?
Just because they feel sorry for you. You know, we got good Americans here. A lot of us are good anyway. So, Al, was it tough to put on the costume? Tell us how you did that, because that freaking looks awesome, Al.
No, so it's liquid latex. I actually wore the costume out to a local bar last night with my sister. And
Did you wash it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's only a few
No,
pieces.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But so I had originally used a wax, and the wax just kind of melted off my face. So I was like, I need the liquid latex stuff. And it was actually really easy to use. So I put it on. So Freddy Krueger, in his like horror story, was burned alive, and that's what these are. So it's like burns on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
but it looks
great.
good, man. It looks so good. Like, if I saw you and I didn't know you, I'd be like, I'm not going near that girl. That's how good it looks.
Yeah.
Gotta be realistic here. This is Halloween. We're not gonna lie to the girl.
I love the top.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
top.
I
Tell
made
them.
that too.
And you
Perfect.
made that. How did you make the top?
I just painted it. I put stripes on it or put tape on it and then painted stripes on it. So.
Unbelievable. What a great
Oh,
job.
came
I mean,
out
that is.
good.
And the glove. Show everybody the glove. Look at the
That's
glove, people.
very cool.
Holy smokes. Look, she made that. Most of us can't even make leaders for our freaking fishing poles. This one's making gloves with knives on it. Don't come near me. Very
Made out of a
nice.
soda
I
bottle.
love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Very, very nice.
Thanks.
So did you have a good time last night? You went out with
I
your
did.
friends and your sisters, right? And
Yeah.
everybody? Cool, cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about fishing. I know you missed last week, the Montauk Challenge. You were busy. You had things going on.
Yeah.
So basically the fall season, from what I could see, it's been the best fall season in the last 12 years that I've been fishing. As far, I've been fishing a lot more before that, but in the last 12 years, this for me was definitely the best striper season for everybody. I've never seen so many big fish get caught in 1 year. How about in your area in Jersey? What's up? Because I know you went on a boat. We'll talk about that in a minute, but what's going on in Jersey, sir?
So there has been I guess it was the week after or maybe the week of Columbus Day weekend. Like right around that time, a huge school of huge stripers came in. I mean, these are they were huge. Everybody needed to get one. I've never seen so many people out there striper fishing.
Wow.
So people were getting them from the surf. They were getting them from boat. It was just mayhem. I mean, people were buying stuff like crazy at the tackle shop that I work at, and it was just like we couldn't have enough striper stuff. So definitely, it's been crazy. And then a new school of stripers kind of moved in, so they started moving around. But they were holding there for a good few days, and people got into them, and I also got into them. And let me tell you, it was amazing.
Was this the boat trip you're talking about, Elle?
Yeah, so my birthday was a few weeks ago. So
And
for
you
my
were
birthday-
17, right? 17,
Yeah.
I heard. Very good. Happy birthday. Happy
Yeah.
17.
Thank you. So a few of us went out on a charter boat, and it was actually a bottom fishing trip, but we kind of knew that the bottom fishing wasn't going to be so great because of the reports. And on the way out the inlet, I mean, bunker were just everywhere, wall
Everywhere.
to wall. So we stopped and got a few stripers. So actually, I don't know if I actually told you this. So when I was we were all fishing, so we were snagging bunker and then live lining them, and I had on a huge one. Like, it was taking so much line that I was screaming, "Is it
Wow.
a tuna?" Because it was crazy. And the mate and the captain both said that's the biggest fish of the day. Like, the
Wow.
mate was like, "That's got to be a 50-pounder." 50-pounder.
60-pounder.
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess 50-pounder. 40, it was a big fish. So, it's just taking a bunch of line, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose it. And they're like, no, it's fine, just reel. So I'm reeling it in, and then a boat comes in. And it was a very well-known local charter boat, and it just ran right over my line as we were all screaming at the guy. The mate was like, that's so messed up. But yeah, so I lost the biggest fish of the day because of a boat, and then the captain felt really bad. So on the way back in from the whole trip, we stopped again for stripers in the afternoon, and that's when we hooked into some.
Oh,
I
nice.
hooked into my personal best.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw the
So,
video. You were shocked. You're so happy, actually.
I mean, I don't think I have a picture of me any happier than that one striper picture.
But I heard that you took the fish below, and they were wondering, what is she doing? She can't keep it. Then you came up, and you faked it, and you dropped a pillow in the water, I heard? Is that what happened? Tell me, please. No, I'm kidding, guys. She didn't do that. She didn't drop a pillow in the water.
Oh, God.
Anyhow, so you caught that fish. Obviously, I saw the pictures, and I saw you release the fish also,
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
Safely released. I saw the fin was still standing. You got to love it when you're releasing a striper and you do see the fin up because you know it's still, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's when
And I
you
saw the tail swish under the water. I mean, you might not be able to see it in the video, but I know I was looking for it because I would have just died if I knew that it wasn't going to be a good release.
Right.
So, just trying to get the picture that's quick as we could. And the mate was amazing about it. Like, he was just like directing everybody, move over there, here, sit here, here's the fish, okay, take a picture, and then, you know, make sure that it goes in head first.
Right.
Because, you know, it sucks. A lot of the times I'm looking at, you know, charter pictures on Instagram and Facebook, and I get it that they're trying to, you know, get customers, but
Of course.
a lot of them are mishandling these huge stripers, and I can't stand it. Like, hands in the gills, just flopping it over and not, like, making sure it's going in head first, and it's just...
You did take one of the fish below. You threw a pillow for crying.
She did not.
But anyway, yeah. You know, Al, I tell everybody out there, and, you know, I'm not a bad guy. The law states we're allowed to have one fish apiece, and that's it. We can't fight it. We can't do anything about it. You could be a kinded person and do a catch and release, which is what I do all the time, unless, and this only happens to me on the river when I fish with a bloodworm. I'll put the bloodworm on. Last year I had none, so I didn't keep any last year. And people saying, what do you mean keep any? If the fish swallows the hook out, I'm not going to put it back in.
Right.
I'm not. And most of the time, you know, the fish there in the rivers above the, now it's called the Mario Cuomo Bridge, the old Tappan Zee Bridge. So above that, the limit is 18 to 28. You're allowed to keep.
Oh, wow. Is that like a bonus tag? Like in New Jersey, we have a bonus tag.
Uh-huh.
Is that like a bonus tag kind of thing, or?
No, that's not. It's just like what it is.
Like a tributary rule?
That's what the rule is, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. I'll let you
Yeah, because a lot of people say, well, why are you killing the younger fish once you let the other ones go? But they don't realize until you tell them. Fish that are usually 28 inches and above are usually females, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're listening to this. Now, I'm not right. There's males that are bigger. But usually, I said usually, okay? Don't make me throw a pillow in the water. Usually what will happen is you'll catch a fish 18 to 28, and you're allowed to keep it. Why? Because 28 and above, guys, are the pregnant females. And a lot of these fish can spawn up to 1 million eggs. All right, so you're not going to get 1 million stripers out of it, but it sure would be nice if out of those 1 million eggs, maybe we're able to see 200 stripers out of that one fish one day. But what I'm trying to say is that 28 and above are the females. They want those to survive. So they let you keep the younger ones, which are usually the males, and you're allowed to keep one. One a day, I think, is a lot, man. They should put a number on that during the season. At least do that, guys. And if they really want to get supercharged. Now, I don't crush my barbs. I don't like it. I like to leave my barbs on, so I give myself some kind of a chance. If you feel you're a super pro, crush the barbs. Just make sure that line is consistently taut. And from a guy like me who films with a YouTube camera, and when I first get the first hit, and I got to wrap the pole, put the pole right here on my elbow, as I go up, I'm walking back in the water. I'm walking back. Why? So I could keep that line taut. Now, if I didn't have the barbs on there, I can't tell you how many fish I would have lost already from that line going limp. So until they make that rule, I'll keep my barb on. But a lot of you guys, if you feel no, take off the barbs. Just like I said, keep that line real taut. And good luck to everybody fishing. Catch and release, always very important. Let's get back to Elle. So, Elle.
Yes.
I want to talk about the charter boat that you went on.
Okay.
So there's a lot of boats there to choose from. I can't breathe in this freaking mask because I got another thing. I'm dying. It's a black thing in here, and it's like a sock on my face, and it's
I know.
terrible.
Somebody had said to you, good luck with the mask, Mr. P.
I don't know. In like 10 minutes, it's going to be like, where's Mr. P? Okay, so.
Oh, boy.
Let's go back to you guys. Let me go back to you, Al, again. And what I want to say is the boats that you go on. How did you pick that boat? Why did you say, hey, I'm going on this? Or did you go on because some captain was yelling, come on my boat?
No, so I've been going on, it's now the CL, so it's Captain Chris, and he used to have the Barbigale, and he got rid of the Barbigale, and so I've been on that boat since he had the Barbigale, and he's just a really good guy. I'm really good friends with the mate now, and went on and caught a ton of fish and just kept going back. So that charter is the only charter so far that I really go on. There's a few that I've been wanting to go on, but
Sure,
the wait is very long. Like, it's really hard to get a spot on there.
Right.
But so yeah, the charter that I go on is a good one. It's called the Sea Owl out of Point Pleasant.
The Sea Owl. Would you recommend that to people?
Absolutely,
Obviously,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, they're really cool guys.
Very nice. Cool. I like to hear that, Elle. So, was that it for the fish that day? Or did you get on a couple of them?
So it was a bottom fishing trip. So it was out for sea bass for the first week of sea bass, and sea bass is my favorite fish to eat because it's like my freezer filler fish. Sea bass are actually really cool because they're hermaphroditic. So unlike a lot of the other local fish that people are catching, they can change their gender, their sex based on
Right.
what's needed in the area.
That's wild.
So it's really cool that they're able to do that. Some of a fish like tog that's really slow growing fish, they don't do that. So they have to rely on the population. So I'm always releasing the females, that kind of thing. But for sea bass, you don't have to worry about that, and they're very tasty fish. So we went out for sea bass. It was not great sea bass fishing at first, and then we found a few porgies, and they were huge. So I had recently bought to try out a slow pitch jigging rod.
Okay.
And it's very there's not a lot of backbone to it, and actually there's really no backbone to it, and it has a very wiggly a rod tip. And so basically the rod's doing a lot of the work for you instead of sitting there jigging a rod with a backbone. You kind of just lift it a little bit, and it's just very light, and it was actually really cool. I really liked it a lot. It took a while to get used to. And of course, so the brand that I went with, they're the weight rating is color coordinated, and of course it was a pink rod, and I was like, oh, this is the one that I want, that weight, but it was pink, and I didn't want people to be like, oh, look, there's a girl and she has a pink rod. I was so annoyed that it was
Those
pink.
days are over.
It could have been any other color but pink, but it's starting to grow on me because it's a bright pink and it looks really cool. But I love the action of it. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
So the other really cool thing that happened on that trip was I caught a squid on the jig. And
I caught a squid too last week, by the way. Yeah.
did?
Yeah. Yes, I did. A very small one.
Aren't they a lot of fun?
It wasn't fun. I was trying to get it off, and I felt sorry for it.
Oh, well, you could have brought it home and had calamari.
Yeah, but I could have. But the problem was, after I was done taking him off, he literally looked like oatmeal, and I felt so bad.
So you could have ate it.
Man.
I don't know about that.
Well, freeze it and use it for strip bait.
There you go. Next time, I will do that. Even my friend said, just throw it out there with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
boy.
thought about it, but then I said, hey, you know what? Let me get this guy off. I feel sorry for him. And in the end, I couldn't get him off. It was terrible.
Yeah, well, so they have those weird suctions on
Yes,
them. Oh my
yes.
gosh, they're so freaky.
Yeah, they are.
But they're a lot of fun, and actually, I've been looking forward to. Usually around this time, the squid kind of comes inland.
Right. Yes.
So probably this week I might be trying for squid. It's a lot of fun if you've never done it on purpose.
Right.
They squirt ink at you, and
yeah.
there's water everywhere, and you have to do it at night, and you got to shine a flashlight, and I use a glow jig. It's just a lot of fun. So I haven't done it yet.
I have a friend. I'm dying to tell you right now that you said that. His name is Jay. We fished together in the spring season for striped bass. He loves fishing for squid. There's a time and date in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
They just come in, and he goes up there with his buddies, and they catch squid all night. And he said to me, Mr. Poseidon, he said, listen, there's nothing better eating than fresh squid. And I can believe that because everything we buy, even seafood, it's all frozen for some time at least.
True.
Because when we catch fish and we have it, and again, I'm a catch and release guy. Every once in a while, I'll hit a striper, he swallowed hook, and I'll take it home. So when I do have it, it's like butter. You know, those 18 to 28 finch, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so good, Al.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it doesn't look anything like your face, but it's very good though. I love your what do you call it again? The scar?
It's burn scars.
It's unbelievable because they look like little holes.
So realistic.
Right, honey? They look like little scars.
Yeah.
Like little holes.
It's supposed to
Exactly
be
like
his
burn.
blisters. Yeah.
I know. Oh, it's not nice. Anyway, so let's continue, Al. I know you were telling me how much in the summers, now let's go back to the summer, how much in the summers you enjoy fishing for fluke because of the weather.
Yeah.
How you enjoy that. Because you were telling me you're really not a cold person, correct?
Yeah, I don't do well in the cold. I love the heat. Like,
Tell
give me
me.
100 degrees and 100% humidity, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But,
Right,
like, as
right.
soon as it starts to get cold, I think, so I have arthritis in my hands, and I think the cold kind of gets to my hands a lot, especially for surf fishing. I, like, really struggle with the casting because of my cold hands in the winter.
Right.
So I do try, but then I usually get discouraged because I can only take a few casts before my hands start hurting. But yeah, I love fluke fishing mostly because it's a summer fish. You know, they're around in the summer. It's summer flounder.
And
They're
obviously,
just cool fish too.
and obviously, great eating.
Yeah.
You know what we have to do, El? We have to get a couple of people together. Maybe come down to Jersey, go on the beach on a day trip on a summer day, and maybe we can all do a catch and cook together.
Okay.
That would be really nice. I
That'd
think
be
that'd be
awesome.
nice. I'll catch the fish and you guys clean them and cook them and I'll eat them, you know? Sounds great, man. I love that. I love that.
Mario asking if you go clamming also.
Yes. So I actually didn't go this year. Just been way too windy this year. So I usually go down an island beach, and I usually kayak out. So if it's really windy, it's really hard for me to get out there. I'm terrible on a kayak, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, the Fat Dad guys are always trying to get me to, like, fish from a kayak, and I'm like, I am just not coordinated. So I paddle out to, like, a good spot, and I clam, and it's $10 for the New Jersey license if you're a resident, and it's 150 clam limit a day, and it's so worth it because literally, I mean, how much is a bushel of clams? It's so expensive. So, yes, I do clam.
It's fun to
And
clam.
sometimes
It's
crabbing.
fun to clam,
It
too.
is,
It's, you know, you're getting, no matter what it is, I know the feeling because I went clamming a few times in my younger days with my parents. And I remember going and grabbing, saying, you know, you feel like you find something, like you almost like
treasure
catching,
hunt.
it's almost like catching a fish.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not like it, but I feel like it was. You know, it was a good feeling to actually come up with something that you're looking for or hunting for. Let's put it that way. All right, so you are you enjoy clams because I've seen them. And guys, I'm going to mention something about Elle here. Elle is a lady angler. We know that, and she fishes. She fishes a lot, and I enjoy that because she's really into her fishing and she knows her fishing. But one other thing that she does that I love, if you follow her on Instagram, and we'll leave a post on the bottom of her Instagram account if you haven't gotten it yet. She likes to post pictures of the meals that she cooks. Now, when I cook a meal, it might be like chicken fries or chicken lettuce or just like that. But when she cooks a meal and sets it on the table and is done and just about ready to eat it, it looks like a meal from a restaurant. I've showed you a few times, honey. And you really, really love to cook, don't you?
I do. So it's funny. A lot of the times, I actually take more pictures in the summer, mostly because the lighting is so much better in the summer.
Right.
Now that it's dark around dinner time, I struggle so much with trying to get a good picture of food because of the light.
I'll give you a little clue. So you know we all have that thing on our cameras now where it allows to take pictures at night. Don't set the flash, but you got to put it on some kind of tripod.
Yeah.
And set it on a number, like 5 seconds, whatever it is. Click it and don't touch it and leave it. You'll take better pictures than the ones you took with flash. Anyway, at least...
I don't use flash for food, though.
There you go. You don't need it.
I'll use a ring light most of the time.
Even better.
But still, I'm, like, trying to finagle it, like,
Right.
on my work desk, and because
Yeah, I
that's where
get
my
it.
light is.
I get it.
And I just want to eat it. So the other thing is that a lot of people don't realize the plate that I use is, like, a cake plate. Like, it's a small 5-inch plate. It's not a big plate. So I'm not eating, like... It probably looks like I eat, like, constantly.
I know,
and
because...
you'll probably wonder why I'm not, like, 400 pounds.
Right. And I have to say before you finish that, really, I really, you know, now that you said that, those little plates, what you call it again?
It's like a cake plate. It's
Like
a
a cake plate, like, you know. Well, personally, I thought you were a pig, Al. I really did. I said, this is an animal. This woman just eats
I mean,
them.
I am,
But now I got the truth. And you know what? I'm
think so.
joking. but I understand how you took those pictures, and I get it, you know?
Plus, like, it fills the plate up to, it just takes better pictures when the plate is full.
Sure.
And you don't have a bunch of space in it with the big plate.
Yeah,
So
that would look disgusting, like 2 raviolis left and destroyed because you tore it apart. That wouldn't be a good picture.
No.
But, yeah, I do enjoy your pictures,
Oh,
Elle.
thank
I
you.
do enjoy your meals. And, every time I see your meals, I'm not turning around and eating a meal like you just showed me. I'm going for ice cream now, cookies,
I love ice cream too, though.
potatoes, chips. It's terrible. Oh my goodness. But I enjoy that you take your, you have pride in your fishing. You have pride in your cooking. Even the fish that you catch, you'll show the fish that you caught in your meal incorporated.
Yeah, I try to honor the fish. I don't know if that sounds corny or not.
No,
but
it's not.
if I'm not, if I'm gonna harvest a fish, I'm definitely gonna do it justice. I don't just leave it sitting in the freezer for 5 years, all freezer burned and gross. I cooked fluke the other day, and the way that it's prepared, I make sure that it goes on ice, filleted, and then it gets rinsed in salt water, and then freezer packed right away. And it's just like it comes out of the bag like I just caught it. So that's my food shopping for the winter. I eat it all throughout the winter and then restock in the spring.
Sure, absolutely. So Elle, now continuing on, I know you talked about the summer, you fluke fishing. I know I talked about the fall season, but let's talk about your favorite fish to catch, which I already know is the tog, correct?
Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that. So I work at a tackle shop. I don't know. I didn't really tell many people.
Not a taco shop, a tackle shop. I said to her, you work earlier, when she said that, I was like, you work at Taco Bell? She's like, no, a tackle shop. It's terrible.
No.
So a bait and tackle shop. How about that?
Right.
And so right now the hot item is green crabs. So I'm always sticking my hand in all the green crabs. And so when they come to us in the bushel bags, wherever they are, we get them from up north. So wherever they are in the the pens, the bait pens, they feed them fish to keep them alive in the water. And so when we get the bushel bags, there's a bunch of fish bones in the bags with them. And I'm such a dork because I literally will find like a fish jaw and be like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and take it home because I'm a huge dork.
Funny.
But literally the other day I found tog teeth.
Did you?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
and I almost brought them, but they smelled, and I was like, he's gonna be like, ew, this is gross. Why did she bring this dead Wait
Wait a minute. Let's go back a little. You said that the tog's teeth. It's like match the batch, right? So the teeth smell. So all I'm thinking of is I lost a tooth once when I was a kid. And I found it under the bed. I thought the tooth fairy gave me money for it, but I guess it was my mom stuck it under the pillow. Whatever, you know how that goes. She probably lost the tooth when she pulled it out that night, didn't want to turn on the light, but I found the tooth. And I remember this distinctively. I took the tooth, and it smelled.
I was gonna say, tell me it smelled.
That tooth stunk. Oh, it was disgusting. So I remember going up to my mom, and I was like, Mommy, this tooth smells. She goes, where'd you get that from? Put that in the garbage. That's all I remember from a tooth smelling. So let's not make the tog sound bad. Human teeth smell too if they're laying around for a while.
Well, so, I mean, I'm guessing it's because literally at one point it was a whole fish that went in the crab pen, and then the crabs eventually ate literally the whole, everything off of it, and then there was just bones and teeth left. But, so, honestly, I usually, whenever I, try to, if I have a, I don't know, this is probably going to think that I'm weird, but, I have, collections of, dead things.
Nice. Dead teeth.
I
mean, I didn't know teeth were
jaws.
alive. Dead teeth. It's good. I like this.
Animal jaws and, tails of raccoons and crap like that.
Right.
Shark teeth.
Right. This
I
is
have
the shark I battled out in the Atlantic Ocean. I got him off with one hand with his tooth in my hand.
I mean, it would be actually pretty cool to have, a modern day shark jaw, but, actually the shark teeth that I find are from 60 million years ago. They're fossilized.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
very
down
cool.
in New Jersey we have. So inland, at one point, all of the area was underwater 60 million years ago. And so you're literally 40 minutes from the beach.
You sure it wasn't 59 million years ago?
I mean, it could be. It's in that range. But yeah, so I have shark's teeth
Yeah,
and seahorses. I have a lot of dead seahorses, and they're from mahi stomachs because mahi like seahorses, and I like to cut open the mahi when I catch them and see if there's any seahorses in there. So I have a lot of dead things, and it's probably really weird, but I was so stoked about these stupid tog teeth. And like I said, I almost brought them because I was like, oh, Mr. Poseidon is going to love these.
I know, definitely. Hey, can you give me another pair? Because these smell.
I'll put them in the sun and let the sun bleach them out, and then they won't smell anymore.
James Flynn is saying they probably look like Mr. P's mask teeth. Like
listen, can you guys hear this? Watch this. Ready?
What?
You can hear it.
How about those jaws on a rubber mask, huh?
Jeez.
Beautiful, baby. Gotta love it. Yeah, so I was always like, ever since I saw a tog and I caught them, I never called them tog, though. I called them blackfish.
Yeah.
Some people even call them rockfish. Well, I know a couple of idiots that call them rockfish, okay?
I don't know. There's a lot of different fish that are called rockfish, and I can't keep them all straight.
Yeah,
Some
striped
people
bass, too.
yeah,
They're called striped
yeah.
bass, rockfish also.
I guess any fish that lives near the rocks, they're going to call them rockfish.
Yeah, so I was going to say that I just love those freaking teeth on those fish. They look, you look at it and it's a fish, and then you get to the mouth and you're like, holy shoot, those look like human teeth,
Yeah, I should have brought a picture or something, but I'll take a picture, at some
Next
point
time,
this
bring the
week,
fish, but, bring the teeth, but make sure you put them in a sealed bag.
Yeah. No, if you seal the bag, it stinks. No, I'll put it in the sun and it'll bleach it out. And then I also found the tooth plate of a drumfish in there too. So they don't have like chompers like the tog do in the front.
Sure.
They have like their whole it almost looks like their whole tongue is covered in these little round teeth, and they grind whatever they're eating up with that. And so I found a little plate of that too, which I thought was pretty cool. And I know I'm a huge dork. Sorry.
So let's continue even further now. Let's talk about winter time. So what do you do in the winter? Do you fish at all?
Yeah, so going back to the whole cold hands thing. But so I'll fish until I can't take it anymore, and I'll tog until, actually last year I togged until the day after Christmas.
Wow.
So they're around for a while. Usually I stop fishing January to around March. So March 1st, usually Back Bay stripers open up.
Right.
In New Jersey, so I usually go out for stripers then, and I actually spring fish for stripers more than I fall fish.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Cool.
So,
and then I usually keep myself occupied with tying bucktails.
That's what I see you doing. That's when I see you posting making of bucktails. Is in the winter a lot. Absolutely. So I know you do that basically as what? As a hobby, as what you need, you make, correct?
Yeah, yep. All the stuff that I use, 90% of it I have made. I just, I like being creative and making things. Sure. And I got into it. And
so you work in a tackle shop now, correct?
I do, yeah.
So do you take your lures and put them in other packages and keep the money when you sell it?
No.
Okay. I would do that, but
no,
anyway.
But I do. I tie a few things for the shop occasionally. Like if we get something cool in, I'll tie some teasers for it or something. Right now we got a bunch of diamond jigs, so the owner asked me to tie some teasers when it's slow, which I'm totally okay with. So yeah, it's a good time.
What's up, Mr. P?
I'm reading something here that somebody wrote, and they wrote this. This is Bronx Outdoors. Mr. Poseidon, I see and learn quite a bit watching your show. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to you, the next 3-day Montauk extravaganza. Thank you so much, Bronx Outdoors. That was so nice to say. But I want to say one thing here to a special friend out there, Scott Lawson. Listen to me, buddy. Thank you very much for everything you did for me. A lot of people saw your lures when they were opening up the bonus boxes. They love your stuff. Your pencil poppers are amazing. I did keep one of your pencil poppers because I think it was a total of 6 boxes that did not get picked up in the end. So one of those boxes I did keep that green and yellow pencil popper, which I love very much. A lot of people don't like pencil poppers. Guys, it's very simple. Throw out the pencil popper. Don't throw it out when there's 9 feet waves, all right? But throw out the pencil popper nice and slow in the retrieve. If you want to give it a little twitch, give it. I don't. I just go real slow in the retrieve. And the pencil poppers work just fine. Scott, I love it. I can launch that baby a mile with my Century slingshot that I have. Thank you so much for everything you did for me. Ladies and gents, I'll also leave a description on the bottom or a, what do we call it, honey? Scott Lawson's...
Instagram?
Yeah, we'll leave the Instagram on the bottom. Get in touch with him. The guy makes excellent product. Anybody's product do I hide in that box, I believe in very much. They all make a good product, and you're going to get your money's worth. So please check out Scott Lawson. Beautiful gliders, beautiful pencil poppers. Take my word for it. When you get a product from anybody that is in that bonus box, it's always going to be a good one. But again, thank you, Scott Lawson. Also, I had Vinny's Customs. I want to mention the other people. 401 Plugs. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful stuff. Let's not forget about SD Custom Plugs also. That's, I forget everybody's name, honey.
It's too many.
It's too many.
To remember.
Yeah, it's SD Custom Plugs, Dynamite, RD Custom Plugs. There you go. That's why I couldn't remember it, because it's Robert. Thanks so much, guys, for all your help. Also, Zinger Baits, best plastics in town. I love his stuff because it's durable. I'm not just saying I love this stuff because it looks nice. These products you're going to be using are durable products, and they're going to catch your fish. Eventually, if you keep using a product and you match what I like to call the batch, forget about the hatch, but match the batch, and you're going to catch yourself a nice little fish there. Eventually, it's going to happen. If you're going to fish once a year, good luck, okay? But everybody else, the people who I just mentioned, great products. I love their products. Please buy their products. And another thing, donate to my site here, to my channel. All the proceeds I'm going to be using for next Montauk's 3-day challenge. I saved the money slowly, and we're up to what? $40 for next year, honey? The whole event cost about $8,000 to pull off the correct way. And I wanted everybody to be happy. And I'm going to do the same next year. I promise I'm going to do the same. And anybody out there who's listening, we're having a fun time here. We're doing the Halloween show. Please subscribe to my channel. We work very hard at this, me and my wife. I give you the best content I can from the videos. I'll be putting out another video this week of the Montauk Striper Challenge, which happened last week, if you missed it and you feel like watching it on video. It was a great time. You guys have to understand, it was a really good time. Everybody, surfcasters, everybody's the same. We got to meet each other. It was just good times, day after day. It was a 3-day challenge. Other than that, please, once again, subscribe to my channel. And here on Instagram, please follow me to get the latest. Today, again, I'm going to mention, if I could see through this mask, let me get this above camera view, it's better. We're going to be giving this gorgeous Demon Daughter from NorCal Cat. Thank you so much, Orlando, who was also at the Montauk 3-day challenge. 6.25 inches, 2.45 ounces. Guys, on my second cast on this Demon Daughter that you're looking at, and I'm not kidding, I'm not making up stories. Mr. Poseidon doesn't make stories. I am not fake news. Listen to me. I'm telling you, on my second cast, Gelsa was there with me that night. I got an 18-pound striped bass on this beautiful daughter right here. I was very happy that night, and I plan to use a lot more of these in my life because they do work. These are just dynamite plugs. Thank you, Orlando. We'll be giving this away at the end of the show. If you left a comment on last week's episode, on October 23rd's live stream, we'll be doing a comment picker at the end of the show. And hopefully you'll be the winner. You got to be on to win. If you're off, sorry, look into next week. Because I do a giveaway every week. And some of the giveaways are good giveaways, like this one right here. You cannot get one of these plugs tomorrow. If you ordered one, there is a 17-month waiting list. Why? Because they work. Enough said about NorCal Cat. Thank you so much. We just got a nice donation from
the one. I know who
oh
that
my God.
is.
Who is that, honey?
That's Beth.
Wow, Beth, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, so much. Beth, thank you so much, darling. You're a sweetheart all the time.
Aww.
Thank you. Wow.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's.
Right. Honey, anything else that we wanted to say? I wanted to say, because sometimes I forget.
Sometimes we miss the comments. Sometimes they come in so quickly that we Miss.
If anybody feels like, why
comments.
don't you put the number up? We'll give Elle a couple of phone calls from.
If anybody wants to call
Yeah,
in.
call up the. Let me put you guys on. You have to.
Pressure's on.
Oh, it's so on.
What are you trying to get?
Okay, I got the Bluetooth set up. All they have to do is call the phone. Pass this to my wife, Elle.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Honey, it's coming down.
Got it.
So she's going to put up the number. Put up the number, honey.
Hold on.
That makes a lot of noise. Oh, goodness. Okay, so my wife's going to put up the number, and I'd like some people to actually call in.
Let's see if we can
And
do
there
it
it
like
is.
this.
Call that number. Oh, call that number right there. Let me do it. And it's 845-213. Oops, I'm going off. 3895. I can see why this is so difficult on TV. All right. So anyway, 845-213-3895. Call in. Let's ask Elle a couple of questions of what you'd like to ask her. And
I
get
think Edwin before was asking, what is Jessica's costume?
what is Jessica's costume?
She was a flapper girl. I'll post pictures later today. I wanted it to be a surprise what I was going to be on here. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'll post pictures either later tonight or tomorrow because we went out together. So I'll post those.
Very cool.
Of course, Edwin would ask that.
Yes, Edwin.
Oh, man.
Eddie. Beth says she loves the costumes.
Thanks,
Thank you, Beth.
Beth.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that reminds me. So part
Yeah.
of my costume,
Yeah.
and I thought you could,
Oh, cool. No
So-
way.
Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Wow.
And I thought it'd be a nice addition.
Yeah, it would, but not over there, Al. We keep those spots for good stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
he's
I'm just kidding.
kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm
Don't
kidding.
listen.
Why don't you turn around and do it right now? Just slip it in the arrow of the back where it says striped bass. Go right over it.
I'm gonna put it over.
Just for now. Just for now. So we get it up. Just push it in like on the left. See, that left's got to go in there. Atta girl. That's it.
Wow, that is so.
Yup, it's up.
Can you
We
see
can see.
it?
Oh, beautifully. Right above your head. It says.
Yeah.
It says. What does it say? I am cool. Is that what it says on it? No, it says Elm Street. We see it. It's just
Yeah,
above
it
your
is.
head.
It's
Yep,
right above her
it is
head.
It's
right by Elm
perfect. It's
Street.
perfect. Oh wow, that is so cool.
I thought it'd be a good addition to your awesome studio.
Oh, it definitely is going to be up there, Al. No doubt about it. It would always remind me of this time we had together today.
Very nice.
Fantastic. How was that pizza, Al?
Awesome.
It was really good, actually.
We give that
And the
pizza
wings.
to every guest and those wings to every guest we bring here all the time. And everybody says the same thing. The pizza was great.
Yeah.
The wings are super crispy.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Me too. I love those wings.
Love those.
Yeah.
Hey, Bronx Surfcaster, when are the Elle Tog jigs available?
Oh gosh, so I swore up and down that I would never make dog jigs because part of the reason why I love making bucktails is because I get to tie. So anytime I get to wrap, teasers or a bucktail, and I got these flare hawks that we can talk about too. That's my favorite part about the jig making. And painting and pouring the lead is my least favorite. It hurts my hands. So
Wow.
I always said I would never make tog jigs because literally all you do is pour the pour the lead in and then paint them. But I've had a brand new tog jig mold for literally 2 years, and I was like, I should just try it. So I did make some tog jigs, and
Nice.
I also tried a new paint, which I really liked it. So anybody that uses powder paint, you can message me about this paint that I use. It's called Stardust, and it was actually pretty good. So tog jigs are not available because I hate them. I use them. Actually, I use All American tackle jigs. Ben, the owner, is a really cool guy. But whenever it's slack tied, that's when I use the tog jigs. If it's too much current, I just use a rig. I just tie up a rig and a heavier sinker. But
I'm sorry, Al.
It's
I
okay.
just had to relay something to her. If you weren't here, I would have punched her. Anyway, no, I'm just
don't
kidding.
think
I'm
so.
just kidding. I'm just
from
kidding.
across the room.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
so I
no.
have these flare hawks here. Actually, the mate of the
Let me show them that, Al.
mate
You can
of
actually put one up on your screen right now, and I'll grab one.
I'll do the pink one since I'm a girl.
So put it up. Put it
Okay.
up on the
I'm a
screen.
girl.
Yeah.
Bring
These
it a
are
little
the flare
closer.
hawks.
There you go.
Hold on. It's really
And
nice
I'll
to
put
do.
the overhead, guys. Look at the overhead here. Here's the overhead.
Okay, so
It's
that's my
really
flare hawk.
pretty here.
Okay,
This is-
so the point of the flare hawk, I know it looks absolutely stupid, right?
Right.
So
It doesn't look stupid.
people in the Northeast, we're not really familiar with these. They're very popular down in Florida.
Wow.
So the mate of the Sea Owl, the boat that I went on for my birthday, he had asked me, he's like, can you tie me up some flare hawks? Because he goes down to snook fish all the time in Florida. And I was like, I've never even heard of a flare hawk. What is that? So he showed me. And so this is not bucktail hair. It's nylon. So if anybody's ever used a mojo on a boat, it's the same material, the hairs. So it has this really weird, like, long tail. But so they work really well for stripers. Basically, snook are like the Floridian stripers, and
Right.
so these are technically like really popular for snook. But
Yeah, you could grab it. Grab it.
Yeah.
I like those.
so for whatever reason, I mean, they look so weird. I don't even know what bait fish they're trying to mimic, but stripers love them. So you give it a shot for stripers. It's just like a mojo. You bounce it along the bottom, and apparently they work really good. So
Yeah, that's what Joe Pinto says. He says, I'm stuck on casting mojos.
yeah.
Nice.
It's just, so the hair is just a different movement, this nylon. It flows a little bit more.
I see.
And that's actually a pain in the butt to tie
Tie
up.
them,
And I
are
know
they?
Mario, we had talked about it
Yeah.
because I had shown him. I was like, look, I got this really weird material. And he's been using it for, like, making hybrid jigs, which is really cool. So he does both bucktail and the nylon hairs. So yeah, I thought they were really cool. So I made a few, and I don't know what, I made some for you.
Well, they look,
and-
yeah, I see that. I love bucktails. I always have. So now they got the new nylon tails I see here. They look really nice. I've never seen them really work. I've never used them, but I'm going to be using them more now because I also have some of Mario Gandini's. I've tried. I haven't gotten lucky yet. I went on a bad day. I got skunked that day, Mario. Anyway, but I like his bucktails very much. He puts a lot of care into them.
Oh, yeah.
That guy. And I'm not saying you don't, because yours are just as beautiful.
No, he
He's
definitely
just-
makes them with love.
Yeah, he definitely makes them. And he really believes in the bucktail. He looks for that material. It's very hard to find cheap today. It's very expensive. And I feel for guys like that, because here you are, you're charging... you used to be able to charge $8, for a bucktail and make a little decent buck for yourself. But today, you're making $1.50 when
Yeah.
you're all said and done. It's ridiculous
It's
what
a
they've
labor
done.
of love, yeah.
It's a labor of love.
I'm about to start chopping off deer tails in the road or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
because, like the deer hair has gotten so expensive. I don't know why. Like, is
That's
there a
what it
deer
is.
shortage now?
I don't know, but it
Deer
doesn't
shortage.
seem like there is in my neighborhood.
No.
They're walking
No,
around.
oh my
All
God.
over the
gosh.
place.
On my way here, I don't think
Right.
I've ever seen so many deer in my whole life.
Yes, I was thinking
They're
about that. I
everywhere.
wanted to say, be careful.
Careful.
Also, I want to say, stop for a
watching,
minute.
yeah.
We just got a nice Jonathan Smith.
Hey,
Thank you so
Jonathan
much.
Smith, thank you.
You're the man, Jonathan. Thank you so much. I got your lure with me all the time, and I'm always using it. I'm hoping to catch a fish one day on it. I will eventually. It's all about, just the grind, guys. It's not like we were living in the Indian times where you could take a bow and arrow, throw it in the water, and pretty much catch a fish. And that's no disrespect to the Indians. We got to grind, man. We have to really, really grind. Once in a while, we get lucky, very well deserved, each and every one of us, to come on a nice school of fish, a nice blitz. It's always nice. And it doesn't happen all the time. And that's why our fishery is like a labor of love, too. You know what I mean? Because I love it very much. Even though I'm hiking and I'm moving all the time, you don't know how much I love that, Elle. I love that. I really, really do. But, catching a fish, eventually, it's a good, rewarding feeling. And then catching and releasing is even the plus.
Yeah.
It's the best touch of all. Is that real? Are you really bleeding over there? Because it looks like,
It looks like she's really
it looks
bleeding.
like a real blood. I'm scared, I was like, she must have dug into one of those wings a little deep and scratched her or something.
Doug Barr saying, plenty of deer in Montauk.
That's it. Plenty, Doug. We have to be.
Wormway saying no shortage of deer tails. It's shortage of hunters.
Yeah, probably. Probably. No doubt about it. Elle, I want to keep going on this. Also, I want to mention again, if you're first time here, please subscribe to my channel. Give us a chance. Subscribe. You know you're never going to unsubscribe after that, but subscribe and follow us on Instagram to keep up with the latest. We try very hard. I wish I was a girl. I'd put on a bikini, and overnight I'd have 2,000 subscribers, because it's true. That's why they bought out watch time hours. I'm talking about getting monetized to get paid on YouTube. You basically have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 hours watch time. So you can make 1,000 subscribers, but you might have 3,500 watch time hours. You got to build that up. So they bought that out because there were actually women. Elle, there were actually women that put on bikinis and go fishing, and the next day they would wake up with 2,000 subscribers. But they couldn't get monetized because you still got to make the watch time hours. But in my next life,
there's
don't worry,
nothing
guys.
stopping you from putting on a bikini.
There isn't.
I'm waiting for the day.
I'm waiting for that day, too,
are.
because it's got to happen sooner or later. I'm getting sick and tired of this. 3 years, 1,500 subscribers. I stink. Just wait till I put on that bikini. Overnight success. I could see it now.
I can too.
Oh, my God.
I'm being serious too. I
probably-
think people
let's-
eat that up.
No, but I think that I would wake up in the morning and I go, honey, I only have 4 subscribers left. I told you not to wear the bikini. Anyway. What are you going to do? This is life, and I enjoy fishing. I love it. I'll do it to my death, or as close to death anyway. But I will fish forever. I will try and fish forever. I love it too much. And I have a beautiful wife who allows me to enjoy my hobby, doesn't complain, and at the same time, she has to cook for me, clean for me, make sure that I wake up for work in time. I mean, I have a wonderful woman that I'm living with, and she runs my live stream, the tech part of it, as you could see.
She does an awesome job.
Oh, my
gosh.
gosh.
Thank you. I love you, honey, so much. I really do.
Aw, so sweet.
Oh, I can't breathe in this mask. Anyway. All right, so in a little while, give us about, what is it now, 8:11. Guys, can somebody call into my show? This is embarrassing. Call in.
No, I don't see any missed calls.
Somebody, put the number up again.
Somebody
honey.
had asked a question in the comments I had seen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and
What
maybe-
rod and reel
Yeah.
you use off the boat?
I don't know whether that was like for the striper or for like the new slow pitch rod. So the slow pitch rod that I got is a goof fish rod. So in the tackle shop that I work at, I sat there staring at this stupid rod thinking, should I get it or shouldn't I get it? Do I really need another one? Like, I have an entire rod room. I don't need another rod. But you know how that goes. Plus, employee discount. So I was like, I'm just going to get it for my birthday. So treat yourself. So I got it. And again, I unfortunately had to get the pink one. But it's really cool. So the one thing that I didn't like about it is that it has a split grip. And like when I do mostly boat fishing, so I really had to be careful about, making sure that the split grip part doesn't get nicked or anything like that, because it can break in the rod holders. So like that was kind of, something that I was worried about. And if you're asking which rod I was using on the boat, honestly, I don't remember.
What happened to the sound there?
I got it, honey.
What happened?
Yeah, I had to fix it because...
Are you pressing something?
Yeah, Oscar had said that to pick up the mic for Elle a little bit.
Oh.
You could just bring it closer. You bring this closer.
Oh, maybe she wasn't too close.
Like this, Elle. Look, control it. Atta girl.
Yeah, but like...
Go there you go. Now you got it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So the striper rod that I was using, honestly, I don't even remember which one it was, because the mate was just going around snagging bunker and putting it on, and we were live lining it. So honestly, he was just passing people any rod that had a bunker on it. So I don't even remember which one it was.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't know if it was about the slow pitch one or a striper one. My striper rod for my surf fishing is a Lamiglass.
Nice. I love Lamiglass. I'm getting mine repaired as we speak. 3 of my rods are getting repaired by Gelso Pescarello, last year's winner. He does rods. He actually donated an ODM Genesis Oh my goodness, it was wrapped by him and everything.
Oh wow.
Gorgeous. And the guy who won it that night, Jimmy, which was Mario Gandini's friend, he broke his rod that day. He had Good. Hold on 1 sec. Yeah. Oh, we got somebody, huh? Yeah. All right, so somebody called in. We're gonna put him on. Who we got out there, buddy?
Go ahead, it's Edwin.
Edwin.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, join the party, buddy. How you doing?
You better not ask me anything about my sister.
I'm not. No,
I'm not.
definitely not. Definitely not. Those are all jokes in the live comments.
I'm
It's all jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kidding. She encourages everything, so she's not so innocent either. Don't you worry.
Okay, cool.
That means you still got a chance, Ed.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
Great costumes, by the way. I'm a little disappointed. I thought Mr. P was going to be dressing like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh man,
But that was my guess. Next year.
He had a thong on before, but he changed at the last minute.
Yeah, because Ellie.
That's why he was late coming in the room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ellie went and complained to my wife, and then my wife goes, "What the hell are you doing? Take that off. Put on the freaking skeleton costume." So I did, and everything's fine. Everything's fine now.
Oh, man.
Awesome. Well, I got to call in because nobody else is calling in. So
The man. Thank you, Edwin.
So nice.
So
yeah, I just wanted to ask Elle, what inspired you to start pouring and tying your own jigs when it's just like so much easier just to buy some?
So I look at things and I'm always like, I can make that, and then I try it, and it's like 5 million hours of trying it, and I'm like, look, I made it. It only cost me my soul because I spent so much time trying to make like this glove. You can buy one in the store, but I was like, I can make that, and then literally 2 days later, I'm like, I can't believe I'm still making this. No, I like creating. I think I'm a creative person, and I constantly need to be making something because if I don't, I need a creative outlet. So what better than to create something for something that I love to do, which is fishing. Right. So yeah, I kind of said, I think I can make that, and just started practicing and really enjoyed it. So then just kept doing it. Plus, I mean, I think I'm kind of thrifty, I guess you can say. Yes, it's, so it's an investment when you first start. So I think a lot of people don't realize how expensive a lot of the things is, and I think Dylan a few weeks ago had mentioned how expensive everything was to buy when you're just starting. But it's an investment. But after the initial cost, I think that it costs less to make them yourself, even though it does take a little bit of time. But once you get the hang of it and practice and whatever, and you can make them faster, then I feel like it's definitely worth it. Plus, it's so rewarding, and it's probably going to sound corny, but it's so rewarding catching something on one that you made. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So.
I can imagine. I'm sure a lot of builders feel the same way.
Yeah, or even seeing somebody else catching on something that you made, I think is really cool too. So definitely.
What are some of the things you tie? You said tog jigs. I know you do bucktails and teasers too. Yeah,
so this sand eel, last year during the fall, I was obsessed with making the sand eel teasers. They just look so cool, I think. And right now the sand eels are starting to be around, so I had planned on making a bunch and seeing how well they work. They also work really well for sea bass because sea bass like to eat sand eels. So I was jigging them. Using them to jig up some sea bass over the summer, and they worked so good. Nice. Didn't even need bait or anything on it. So teasers, I know Mario and I talk a lot about the jig making stuff, and I know that he does not enjoy so much making the teasers. It's very different than tying it onto a jig head. But it's a lot of fun, and I like to try to kind of push the boundaries and figure out to try to really make it look realistic. And then now recently I've also gotten into starting to tie saltwater flies, which is a completely different material. And and I've tied a few. So I know a tuna fisherman that also saltwater fly fishes for tuna, if you can believe it, and the big tunas too, and it's crazy. But so he had asked me to make some big bunker style baits for him, and I did. And he actually used them for stripers and caught one on it, but lost it at the boat because it's just a single hook. But, like, I was blown away. I was like, you're telling me that he caught a striper with something that I tied that I just, like, started to do. Super rewarding. So I actually think maybe I might start to get into saltwater fly fishing. If anybody out there saltwater fly fishes, please chat with me because I'd love to pick your brain.
Yeah, the guy I fish with, I think, Edwin, you might have met. You did meet Chaz. Remember Chaz, the Montauk?
Yeah, I met Chaz.
So he's a freshwater fisherman, and he fishes with absolutely nothing but his fly rod. And he's a good fisherman. He got a nice fish, I think it was this morning or yesterday morning. He posted it on Instagram. Looked like a 30-inch fish. But remember, on the fly rod, you're catching a 30-inch striper. It's going to feel like a 20, 25-pound bluefish on a 10-foot rod.
Yeah.
So he has fun with that, and I'm going to definitely speak to him, so maybe you can ask him some questions.
Awesome.
He's a great guy to pick his brain. He's excellent. He ties his own flies, the whole works, everything.
So I figured if I was actually using the flies that I'm tying, like maybe I could tie them better, or like, you know, it's really hard to make something that you don't use your, you know, that you I've never picked up a fly rod in my life. Right. So, you know, maybe I could tie it differently than what I'm seeing because, you know, now I understand how it's casting or how it's moving through the water or that it needs to sink or that it needs to float and what different line, you know, all that stuff. So, yeah, I definitely want to get into saltwater fly fishing. Although, like, I need another hobby.
Wow, another thing.
That's another it's expensive, you know, freshwater fishing. That stuff, too, is expensive. And you know that also Van Stoel makes a fly rod reel also. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right, so what do we got?
Thanks,
Go ahead, Edwin.
Yeah, that was my call in, you know. Thanks for taking my questions. Have a good night. Love you guys.
Edwin, thank you so much, brother. God bless.
See you soon.
That was a good question.
That was a good question. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
All right, so I know we're getting a little late. It's 8:20 right now, and I want to rip my mask off my face. So basically, Elle, I'm going to leave you the floor right now. You want to say anything to anybody, talk about anything else, say it right now. You will be on the show again. You're always on the show, and you're a staple with us on Halloween. I mean, you've been with us every year so far.
I mean, you guys know I love Halloween.
Yes. This is our third show with you, I think.
For Halloween, it might be the
for Halloween, it's the second.
Second?
It's like,
okay.
I don't know, the 8th show in general, maybe?
Yeah. Was it our third show, though, honey?
For Halloween?
Yeah. I think we're on 3 years.
No, I think this is the second Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't remember, like, I would remember the costume.
Yeah, you remember, you were with us since the beginning, absolutely. You would have remembered. Okay, that's all right. We're on our second one, but like I said, you've been on the last two. You'll probably be on here again next year. It's up to you. You will make that decision then when the time comes.
Once you fly, you will do it till you die. That's Joe Pinto.
I think it would be a lot of fun, really. Yeah. I've been looking
Mario Gandini, subscriber.
Oh, nice. Let me talk with this. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead, answer. All right, so we got another caller in. Mario Gandini's in. Let's say hello to Mario. Mario, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, go ahead. Mario, you're on.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Elle?
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing, Mario? Nice of you to call in. You got the floor with Elle. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, how can I miss this interview this time around? No, I just wanted to give a big thanks to Elle. Honestly, I mean, I stumbled upon her on her IG. It's probably maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it had been probably about 2 years. And let me tell you something. She is the best. If you have any questions on anything, yeah, she has the answer for you, or she will find the answer for you. So, I mean, without her, I don't think I would have been able to even tie a jig. I mean, it's not as easy as it looks.
Right.
You know, everybody says you can just tie a jig and then that's it, you know. And she's brutally honest. Like, I've made jigs. She's like, yeah, it's not going to work. You know.
No, that was so probably with the Ultra Minnow. So Mario's used to, and it's so funny because we're so like the things that I love to tie, he hates to tie, and the other way around. You know, he loves to tie whatever, and I hate to tie. So he likes to tie jigs that have a very wide collar because he loves a lot of hair, right, Mario?
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
always looking at it going, I think you need a little bit of hair. But it's because I was tying the Ultra Minnow jig, which is like the Spro style. And I think a lot of striper fishermen don't like the Spro style, which is fine because I normally would use them for fluke, which it makes sense. And honestly, I don't like the bullet style or the smiling bill for fluke. And that's what I would use for striper. But so I love to tie I love to tie the Ultra Minnow, the Spro style, because it has a shorter collar. Like you use less thread and less material. So when Mario first got the Ultra Minnow mold, remember he was like, I need some, it's hard. There's such different styles. You got to figure out how much hair to put on, and yeah, that one, it's a hard one to figure out.
Yeah, that one I think I put like so much hair and like a half a spool of thread on there. You're like, yeah, no, you can't. There's no way it's gonna unwrap. It was brutal.
Yeah,
it was brutal.
Just hard to put a lot of hair on those, and I know that you love to put a lot of hair on.
Yeah, I love hair.
Yeah, and there's no way you can do it. There's absolutely no way you can do it.
Oh my goodness! I'm about to sneeze in my mask. Hold on.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, okay, hold it. All right, Mario, continue. I'm sorry for that one. My goodness. Oh my God.
Oh my God, too funny.
No, it's actually really good to have a friend like Elle. You know what I mean? And tying jigs and having, you know, the same interest in common, you know, and we're always shooting things back and forth. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even mess with that synthetic stuff. I wouldn't even know where to start. I think you got that at the show, right?
Yeah, at the expo, the Edison Expo. I brought home two huge rolls, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need these. They're expensive, those rolls. And oh my gosh, what a pain in the butt tying them, because it just behaves so differently than the bucktails. But yeah, that was good. That was good times.
just cutting them. Like if you pull it out of that sleeve wrong, you have like 1,000 hairs all over the place. Like it makes such a mess.
Yeah,
makes such a mess.
It's a labor of love.
Labor of love, baby.
Oh, man. Like,
you know, have you used it for fluke yet?
No. So I had made these flare hawks and then didn't even think about using them for fluke, and I should have. I'm sure that the fluke would destroy these in a good way. You know, I'm sure that they would bite the tails off and everything, but I think that they would definitely go for fluke. Would definitely go.
Yeah,
for
I mean, because they definitely sink a lot faster.
Yeah,
they definitely sink a lot faster. I have a buddy. I have buddies out in Seaside, and he uses like a high-low rig, and he uses the as like a teaser on the top.
Right. Yeah.
And he was catching fluke on them. Yeah, he likes it because they sink fast. So, like, you know, if you use like an ounce, it's almost like an ounce and a half because how fast it sinks.
Correct. That's why I love, you know, hairs on my bucktail. When I fish out in Montauk, Mario, as you know, you've been there. If I'm on North Bar, you know, False Bar out there, North Bar, the water's not deep. So that bucktail a lot of times is going to hit the bottom. And if I got thick bucktails on the 3/4, man, I can make that bucktail float right off the bottom all the way in. And I know in other...
bouncing right. Yeah, to bounce right off the rock. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. I know when I was in the canal, they fish for them different there. Here, they don't want you hitting the rocks. They don't want you bouncing the rocks. But there, you know, I was fishing with 4-ounce, 5-ounce jig heads, and they were hitting the bottom. And what you do is you just pick up the pole and let it hit. Pick up the pole and let it hit. I was shocked at that. But that's how we caught fish, and it worked. So
Sounds like fluking.
Yeah, it sounds like fluking. Exactly. Mario, I got to ask you another question. I know you made bucktails for my bonus box, and I have to tell you personally, thank you very much. Beautiful stuff. I had a lot of people call and tell me, the bucktails are really nice. So I want to say thank you to you again for that, and thank you for all the work you put in to make it in for the time that I allocated for you, which wasn't a lot, man. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, not a problem at all. I mean, it was definitely fun making them. The Wonder Bread I always like for some reason. They catch fish. I don't know why. With the 3 colors.
Beautiful.
I know Elle has probably a lot more experience with colors, especially when it comes to like fluking on what they like to hit on. She's definitely a master at that. And her teasers are like above the rest. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Like her teasers are unbelievable. They really do look lifelike.
Thank you.
They look like little babies. It's great.
Mine looked like they were lifeline because your daughter put that extra touch on them. I had diamonds on my bucktails. I really did.
Oh yeah,
I really did. The daughter went and Go ahead, Mary. You tell it.
That's compliments to my daughter. She's like, we got to put a little bling on this, if we're gonna do it for a tournament. So I had to come up with something that showed her.
That was cool. I love that. Mario.
But Elle is right. I hate teasers. So if you're looking for teasers, hit up Elle on IG because she's really good at them. And her videos, when making the bucktails or teasers, are beyond fantastic.
I gotta do.
Beyond
I haven't done a video in a long time.
On making bucktails? Yeah, I haven't seen one.
It's usually a fall winter thing.
Right.
I'm too busy.
Well, you're too busy killing those. You're too busy killing those cave crickets.
Oh my gosh, I hate those things, dude. Why do they exist?
I don't know. They serve no purpose, and they do. They look like aliens. It's crazy.
Ew.
It's crazy.
Have you seen them?
But if nobody's seen that video, go on our IG. It's probably the funniest thing.
Mr. Poseidon likes
screwed
that
it up
video.
like. What? You took it down?
No. It's still up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one that you're in like guerrilla warfare, like.
Yeah, Mr. Poseidon loves that one.
Definitely.
Oh, that's the best, Eric, isn't it?
I like anything Mario makes. Are you kidding me? I don't want that guy to catch me on the beach alone. Did you tell somebody my bucktails don't look good? Mario.
Oh, man. All right, well,
oh, no, he cut out.
What's that?
You cut out for a second there.
I did. I don't hear.
Oh, did I? Well, I just wanted to call just to say thanks to Elle. Honestly, without her help, I probably wouldn't be tying jigs. And she's a fantastic friend, honestly, and brutally honest, which, you know what, I love because, you know what, nobody wants to put out garbage out there. So, I mean, whenever I tie one, I ask her right away. So, a lot of credit goes to Elle on that. And I'm telling you, if you want teasers, I don't know if she will make them, but I hope hopefully she does. Definitely hit her up.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mario. And thank you for calling in once again, Mario. You're a wonderful guy. And an excellent bucktail. Thanks a lot for everything again, Mario.
Bye, Mario.
All right, no problem, guys.
Ciao.
See you guys later.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Talk soon, man. All right.
Yeah, like NorCal Cat said, he got a Wonder Bread in his box was one of the things.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
I'm glad he got one. Yeah, not everybody could get them. I think I had 40.
Everybody had an assortment of.
And some boxes got them, some boxes didn't. Everybody, everybody got an assortment of everything, but pretty much the same amount of product. I know this week we'll be sending out, not this week, tomorrow is going out Big Roz box. And also we had Miguel Rios. Both guys ended up in the hospital and couldn't make the event. Big Ra went to the hospital. He had a stroke. Didn't affect his heart. He was fine. He's back. He's okay.
Thank God.
No worries. So I made an exception that he was going to get his box. And also Miguel Rios, who was on the way out, stopped, I think it was in Demo Point in Long Island, and got a hook in between his index and his thumb. It went into the tendon, which he had to get operated on to get it out. I don't know why the doctors didn't push it through. They're the doctors. Whatever he had to get done, he got it done. He took out the stitches, I think, 2 days ago, so he's healing fine. Everything's looking good, but he's also going to get his bonus box. If you didn't come to the event, you do not get a bonus box. You have to be there to get one. And I hope everybody understands why these two guys are getting their boxes. Other than that, everybody, thank you for showing up to the show. Elle, thank you to you for showing up once again. It's always a pleasure. It's nice that we had you in studio, and your beautiful costume is excellent. It's the best costume here tonight, without a doubt.
I don't know. I really like Pennywise. That was a good one. I
Like from last year was good.
But I like the one you
not wanna
have. This
take it
one is
off.
good. It's so realistic. I mean, it looks like the real Freddy Krueger thing.
The most beautiful
on.
Freddy Krueger
Absolutely.
ever.
See you
No
in your
doubt about it.
nightmares.
Anything else,
Yes,
hon? You want to
thanks
say
for the
anything?
sign.
All I want to
Let's
say to
see, who
anybody,
else?
again, if you're watching for the first time, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. It would really help us. And always like the video. It helps us. I'm going to let you know that next week's giveaway, I'll be advertising it on Instagram during the week. Keep an eye out. You'll see what the prize is. And you can leave a comment right now at the bottom of this video, and you'll be in for that drawing. As long as you're here for the live stream, when your name is called, if it's called, as the winning of the giveaway that week. Other than that, thank you again very much. Elle, you want to say anything goodbyes to anybody?
Shout outs.
I mean,
We'll still be on for a
pretty
little
good.
bit.
That's it?
John Francisconi's here saying hello, happy Halloween.
Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Elizabeth McDowell, hi.
Hey,
Thanks
Elizabeth. How
so
are you? That's
much.
Boo. How you doing, Boo?
Who else do we got here? Jessica's there. Hey,
My
Jessica.
sister. Hi, Jessica.
All right.
Probably my
That's our
parents are
sister.
watching.
And your parents, right?
Probably.
Okay, that's always good. I had my parents watching when I first started the show. It was my wife and my mother who saw my first show. It's great.
Edward Payne, new name. Hi. Thanks, Edward.
All right. So
We got a
anyway,
scary song.
we're going to be
Mr.
doing
Payne.
that giveaway right now
Oh, boy.
of the Demon Daughter 6.25 inch from NorCal Cat. Thank you so much for that, Orlando. It's a beautiful Demon Daughter. Like I told you guys, my second cast on this daughter right here, I got an 18-pound fish out in Demo Point. Really good stuff. This one will catch you the fish. All of Orlando's products will catch you the fish. This is quality stuff. Best you're going to get out there. It's a 17-month waiting list. You can win this one right now. Anyway, good luck to everybody. I hope you left a comment on last week's
Okay.
live stream, and I'm tired, and I can't wait to get this freaking mask on.
Aw, poor Mr. P.
All right, so what do we got there?
Okay, so we're running it, and here
Run
we
it,
go. We
run it.
got. Here's the name we got.
Okay,
You have that, Mr. P?
I got it, but you can read it off.
Trail Biker 72.
Trail Biker 72. If you're out there, you win the NorCal Cat prize tonight. You could put it up so they could see it, honey.
Yeah,
I don't know
let
if
me
you
get
can do
that.
it.
Yeah, I gotta move
Yeah.
some stuff around.
All right, move it around. Do what you got to do. Trail Cat. All right, we're going to give you the 10-second countdown, buddy, if you're out there. Let's see. Hold on, Raul. Don't leave yet. Oh, there he is. Trail Biker 72 is here.
Oh,
Congratulations,
there you
buddy.
go.
You win the prize. Beautiful plug there. We'll be sending that out to you. Please leave a DM me on Instagram with your address, and we'll send this one out to you
All
as quick as
right,
possible.
I was
Maybe it'll go
afraid
out
it
with the
wasn't
other
gonna
guys'
be
stuff that we got to get out
Super
tomorrow.
duper. Very, very nice.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks to everybody. Elle, thank you for coming to the show.
No problem.
We appreciate you very much. Happy Halloween to everybody. To my lovely wife, thank you so much, sweetheart. Love you. Let's go. Let's go.
Good
Get
night,
out there and
everybody.
fish. Make those videos. Make those pictures. Post them on Instagram. I want to see. See you guys later.
Oh, do I get to do the pineapple thing?
Yeah, you do. I guess I can leave the mask on for a couple more seconds.
that.